Today we're going to talk about why my DJI Action 2 is the best camera for RC and general purpose use. We will cover 5 points which I think are the most important. Number 1 will be resolution and frames per second. Number 2 will be battery life and runtime. Number 3 will be accessories. Number 4 will be the DJI Mibo app. And number 5 will be the camera software and how to use it. But first, let's do a little background check on this DJI camera. I purchased the camera on Amazon around 6 months ago, brand new, and have been using it ever since. It's been with me on holidays, on car events, on RC cars, and in many dangerous situations. As you can see, it has got some scars and damage, like here it's got a little chip. On the record or power button on the top, it's got some little paint scratches. But that's pretty much all. I should also mention that this camera is the battery combo. On to our first point, we have resolution and FPS. To change the resolution and FPS, all you need to do is swipe up and flicker through these. For example, I am now usually recording in 2.7K at 60 frames a second, but you can go up to 4K to 120 frames per second, and all of the way down to 1080p and 24 frames per second. There is also a power reserve mode, which records in 1080p. If you click on the top right section of your little screen, you will have this. These are the stabilization options. Here you can select off, which is no stabilization, steady, which is some stabilization, rock steady, which is a lot of stabilization, horizon steady, there, which basically when you move the camera keeps the horizon level. I will show you how that works now. Here we have the horizon balancing feature. It's basically when you get to a certain point, it's balancing right now, but when you get to here, it starts taking it to the side. While in horizon steady, the camera will always be horizon leveled. So we can twist it all the way around, back to the center, and it's always going to be level. For me, battery life has never been an issue, as when I go to the beach with the EDR, for example, I never have enough time to run out the entire camera. But even if I did, I can just connect it to the power module and it'll be fully charged in about 10 minutes. However, overheating is sometimes a big problem. You can see here, when you select the resolution and frames, in the middle there's text. So it says when it's 25 degrees, it will run for 10 minutes before it overheats in 2.7K 60 frames per second with horizon steady. So the higher you go with frames and resolution, the lower that time will be. If you do plan to run this camera for a long time, you may want to buy this DJI heat resistant case. This case allows you to record for longer periods of time and protects your camera. To put the case on, you simply get your camera module and the case, line them up like this and push it in. You do the same with the power bank. You just get it like this and push them into each other until it slots in. Now let's go on to accessories. I have chosen the most important accessories I have for this camera, and we'll go through them one by one. First, we have the protective case, which I already talked about. Next, we have the underwater cases. This is the double case for both your camera module and your power module. The camera module is waterproof, but the power module is not waterproof, so you're going to need one of these if you're going to take both the camera and power module together. This is just the camera module waterproof case. So if you're going to put it on an RC car and want to have your camera protected, you're going to need one of these because it is less air resistance than that one, it's lighter, and it's just more stable. Also, if you want to go underwater with just one of these two modules, just a camera module, you're also going to need this because the camera module can only go 9 meters underwater, whilst with this you can go 35. But I suggest if you're going diving to take this one because it's got more power and it's got both modules, so just more handy. Next, we have this silicone protective cover for the camera module. This is how it protects the camera module. Take it like this, and you just push it on. It's very useful to protect the lens, as you have to buy a new camera or get the DJI refresh to change the lens. This is included with the camera, but I think you should get some spares. This is the piece of plastic that you're going to use to mount on top of your RC car roof or on your real car for a more stable connection than just the magnets on the camera. Next, we have this Ulanzi tripod and selfie stick 2-in-1. There is a ball on top, so you can spin this to wherever you want. The legs fold into a handle. It's magnetic. And it extends into a selfie stick. So if you want to do your blogging or something, you can use this to look at yourself. Now the last accessory is this Small Rig branded case for all of your other accessories. It uses zips here to open. Like that. Once you open it, you've got a little storage compartment here where I put my magnetic lanyard and my charging cable. Here you have all of these pockets. Each of these can be removed. It's just a Velcro strap there. You can just pull it off and put it however you want. There's tons of space in this carrier bag. So even, for example, your double scuba thingy you can put in here perfectly. And this will fit all of the accessories that I've shown you, except this. Here's what it looks like with all the accessories. We've got our underwater case, our camera, our clip for the roof of your car or wherever you want to use it, and there's small case. So there's still space to fit it here, here, and put more stuff in there, still space. The case is also very strong and it will protect your camera equipment. Now let's talk about the DJI Mimo app. So this is the phone with the app, and it's just going to be a really brief and short overview. First of all, here in the bottom right, we have a little box with the play button on it. We click on this, we have all of the videos that the camera has recorded. Here. We can download videos from here, like we can click on this one for example, and hit the download. We'll back out of this. And now here in the top right, we have the home button. This just brings you back to the normal DJI screen. Go back into here, then here we have the camera settings. We can do the ISO, we can do manual or automatic. I just say that you should stay on automatic. Like here's manual, you can see like it's all white, it's horrible. So just stay on automatic on that one. Then we have the resolution and frames. So we can change this live here. The same thing as we can do on the camera. Here we can click the resolutions. And then we have the 3 dots here. These are like the settings. We have the FOV, which is like the how wide it is. Then we have like the balancing, the horizon steady, all that stuff. We go here, we have more, just general settings everywhere. Yeah, and here we have picture mode. Just clicking these little toggles there. We have, oh come on, click. We have the membership and like stuff like that, and streaming live, which I don't really do. I don't know how it works. We have quick clip. We have slow motion. Then we have We have more settings for the recording style. Then we have, for example, hyperlapse, which is basically a moving time lapse. We can press start here and we have 1 times speed, or we have 5 times. Yeah, that's all the settings that we have here. Back to the video. Now we're going to talk about a very short guide on how to use the actual camera. So, as I said before, if we do this, swipe up from the bottom, we have the resolution, frames, and steady. Then we can go here, and we have the different types of recording. We have videos, quick clip, slow-mo, time-lapse, and then we have photo as well. I just prefer to stay in photo, or video, sorry. We can also just double click to change them, it's a lot easier. From here, we can swipe from the left to the right to pull out the recent videos. If we click on the top left, we can see them like this. The same thing that we have on the phone. Handy to just see like the videos that you've recently taken. And if we swipe from the top to the bottom, we have the settings. So here we have the memory card storage. So we have the internal. It is 28 gigs, I think. And it's an SD card, which you can buy separately. I have a 250 gigabyte SD card. So here we can transfer this internal storage into the SD card here. It is now there, transferring. I'll just cancel. Then we have the button to format. So if you have a full memory or just want to clear it, we can just swipe this bin across and clear everything. So now we've cleared our internal card, so we can exit out of this. Now if we swipe down again, we have full screen. So it basically fills the borders with the screen as well. That's full screen off. And that's full screen on. There. Then we have the privacy lock. So it's just locked on this screen that we have now. So there. We just swipe up to unlock it. Then we have the systems, settings. We have a voice control, which basically just works like this. This is how the voice control works. Start recording. Stop recording. Take a photo. There you have it, that was voice control. Next we've done all these. Well, we can just keep scrolling here. We have all of the settings, sounds, grid, anti-flicker, all of these. We back out of this and we can scroll here. We've pro mode on or off. I prefer to keep it on because it gives me a lot more options on how to record. Then we have the brightness. Here we can just adjust how bright we want the screen. And we have voice control, so it's like the quick option to just click it off or on. I prefer to keep it off as I usually have my camera in the waterproof case. Then we have here orientation lock, which basically now you can go like this. So we're in horizontal, and if we go here, it's going to stay in horizontal. It's not going to change to vertical. The same thing goes for vertical recording. Pretty handy if you're trying to just get a single type of horizontal or vertical. So yeah, that completes our guide. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.